Hello everybody. Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today, we're diving into the thrilling twists and turns set to unfold on the Friday, June 27th episode of General Hospital, where secrets, alliances, and heartfelt confessions take center stage in Port Charles. From Lulu Spencer's urgent advice to Lucas Jones about dangerous ties, to Carly Spencer's growing unease over a looming threat, and Dante Falcone's touching revelations about fatherhood. This episode promises a whirlwind of emotions and drama. Let's unpack the captivating storylines, enriched with new layers of intrigue, invented subplots, and detailed insights into the complex world of our favorite characters as they navigate love, loyalty, and lurking dangers. Lulu's plea and Marco's dilemma. In the bustling heart of Port Charles, Lulu Spencer finds herself deeply concerned about Lucas Jones's entanglement with some unsavory characters. With a furrowed brow and a tone laced with urgency, Lulu will implore Lucas to dig deeper into the murky relationship between Marco Rios and the notorious Jen Sidwell. While Marco may not carry the same dark reputation as his ruthless father, whispers around town suggest he's slowly being drawn into Sidwell's web of deceit. Lulu fears that if Lucas doesn't act swiftly to uncover the truth, Marco might find himself in over his head, facing consequences far beyond his control. Imagine the tension as Lulu, pacing in the familiar confines of the Spencer family home, recounts past incidents where Sidwell's influence has shattered lives, urging Lucas to protect his friend before it's too late. Meanwhile, Marco Rios is set to receive intriguing updates about Natalia Ramirez's bold decision to escape the chaos of Port Charles for a fresh start elsewhere. Sitting in a dimly lit diner on the edge of town, Marco will listen intently as Natalia's plan unfolds, pieced together with the help of none other than Sonny Corinthos. Though Marco will press for specifics, perhaps wondering how Sonny managed to secure such an exit amidst legal entanglement step down. He'll suspect the mob boss's signature blend of power and persuasion is at play. But a new twist emerges as Marco grapples with his own moral compass. He might propose an alternative, revealing a legal arrangement he's quietly orchestrated to give Natalia a safer path without severing all ties to her past. Will Marco's heartfelt plea, delivered over a tense exchange at the diner's cracked countertop, sway Natalia from her drastic decision to vanish to Belize, cutting off contact with everyone she holds dear? This invented subplot adds a layer of emotional stakes, as Marco's loyalty to friends clashes with the shadowy influence of Sonny's world, Carly's unease, and Sidwell's menacing shadow. Across town, Carly Spencer finds herself unsettled after a charged conversation with Sonny Corinthos at their favorite coffee spot, where the aroma of espresso can't mask the growing tension. Sonny, with a grave expression, will confide in Carly about the latest developments involving Jen Sidwell, a name that sends shivers down the spine of anyone familiar with Port Charles's underbelly. He'll reveal his bold rejection of Sidwell's proposal to collaborate on a deal involving the peers, a decision that could ignite a dangerous feud. Carly, ever protective of her family, will feel the weight of this news as alarm bells ring loudly in her mind. Picture her gripping her coffee cup a little tighter, her eyes searching Sonny's face for reassurance as she peppers him with questions. How far will Sidwell go to retaliate? Are their children safe from this brewing storm? This moment underscores Carly's fierce maternal instincts, amplified by a new detail: her recent discovery of an old letter from Sidwell to a past rival, hinting at his ruthless tactics, which only deepens her dread. In a parallel storyline dripping with menace, Jen Sidwell himself will turn his icy gaze toward Ezra Boyle, the local councilman caught in a precarious position. In a clandestine meeting at an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of Port Charles, Sidwell will issue a chilling warning to Ezra, demanding compliance with a smile and a polite thank you, no matter how sinister the path he's forced to tread. The air will crackle with unspoken threats as Ezra, beads of sweat forming on his brow, realizes that defiance could spell disaster not just for his career, but for his very life. A new layer emerges as we imagine Sidwell subtly referencing a past favor Ezra failed to repay, a debt now leveraged to ensure his obedience. This invented backstory paints Sidwell as a master manipulator, tightening his grip on Port Charles's power players with each calculated move. Heartfelt bonds and unexpected sights. Shifting to a more tender note, Dante Falcone and Jason Morgan will share a series of poignant scenes that peel back layers of misunderstanding between them. Meeting at a quiet park bench overlooking the harbor, Dante will open up about his past judgment of Jason's parenting, confessing he once believed Jason allowed Danny Morgan too much freedom out of neglect. But in the wake of Sam McCall's heartbreaking and sudden passing, Dante has come to see Jason's struggles in a new light, recognizing the quiet strength it takes to guide a grieving child. Jason, in turn, will offer Dante a fresh perspective, perhaps sharing a memory of a small, meaningful moment with Danny. Maybe late-night conversation about Sam's favorite book that reveals his deep commitment as a father. This exchange, set against the gentle lapping of waves, will also touch on Dante's longing to build a connection with Giovanni Joe Palmieri, with Jason's advice sparking hope for a future bond. This added detail of a shared memory enriches their dialogue, highlighting the theme of redemption through understanding. Elsewhere, Brooklyn Quartermain will stumble upon a scene that catches her off guard, stirring a mix of curiosity and unease. As she rounds a corner near the hospital courtyard, she might witness an unexpected moment of closeness between Lulu and Joe, who have recently found common ground over shared stories of family legacy. The sight of their laughter echoing through the crisp afternoon air could plant seeds of doubt or jealousy in Brooklyn's mind, especially given her own complex history with Lulu. A new twist emerges as we imagine Brooklyn recalling a childhood promise with Lulu to always share their deepest secrets, a promise now seemingly broken by this newfound connection. Will Brooklyn confront them, or will she silently wrestle with her feelings, adding another layer of relational tension to her arc? Sasha's request and Felicia's surprise. Finally, Sasha Gilmore will approach Felicia Scorpio with a request that carries profound personal significance, setting the stage for an emotional exchange at Felicia's cozy home. As they sit by a roaring fireplace, Felicia will initially misinterpret Sasha's intentions, perhaps assuming she's seeking help with a minor favor or a charity event. But Sasha, her voice trembling with sincerity, will clarify that her ask is for weightier, revealing her desire for Felicia to take on the sacred role of godmother to her daughter, Daisy. This moment, enriched by a new detail of Sasha clutching a small, hand-stitched blanket Daisy loved as a gift from her late grandmother, will underscore the depth of trust she places in Felicia. Felicia, moved by the honor, will likely accept with tears in her eyes, and the two will begin planning for Daisy's upcoming christening with a renewed sense of family. This invented touch of the blanket adds a tangible symbol of legacy and love, amplifying the emotional resonance of their bond. Next, we're delving into the gripping uncertainties and potential perils surrounding Cody Bell and the latest developments from General Hospital. With the shocking news that actor Josh Kelly is no longer under contract, the future of Cody hangs in a precarious balance, leaving fans on edge about whether this beloved character will face a dramatic exit from Port Charles. From his deepening ties to Christina Corinthos Davis to the ominous shadow of Jen Sidwell looming over Sonny Corinthos' family, Cody might be stepping into a storm he never saw coming. Join us as we explore these intense storylines, weaving in fresh details, inventive subplots, and enriched narratives to paint a vivid picture of the chaos and courage that could define Cody's next chapter. Cody Bell's uncertain path and fan concerns. In the vibrant yet volatile world of Port Charles, Cody Bell finds himself at a crossroads that could lead to danger or departure. The recent revelation that Josh Kelly, the talented actor behind Cody, is off contract has sent ripples of worry through the General Hospital fanbase. At a local hangout spot like Kelly's Diner, where Cody often unwinds with a coffee, whispers among regulars mirror the audience's fears. Could this signal the end of Cody's journey? While there's no official word on his exit, the uncertainty hangs heavy, much like the foggy mornings over the Port Charles harbor. This tension is amplified by a new subplot we've envisioned, Cody confiding in a trusted bartender about a cryptic message he received, hinting at someone watching his every move. This invented detail adds a layer of suspense, suggesting that Cody's story might be building toward a climactic turning point, whether it's a temporary absence or a permanent farewell. Dangerous ties with Christina Corinthos Davis. Cody's growing bond with Christina Corinthos Davis, forged through their shared scheme against Ava Jerome, could be the very thing that pulls him into a deadly quagmire. Their late-night strategy sessions, often held in the quiet corners of a dimly lit loft, have made Cody a constant presence in Christina's life. A connection that might not go unnoticed by those with sinister intentions. Imagine the stakes rising as Cody, while walking Christina home through the shadowy streets near the docks, senses an eerie feeling of being followed, a new detail that heightens the danger surrounding their alliance. This relationship, initially rooted in mutual goals, now positions Cody as a potential target or even a protector in the face of unforeseen threats. The emotional weight of their friendship deepens as we picture Christina sharing a personal keepsake, perhaps a small locket from her childhood, as a token of trust, binding Cody closer to her fate. Jen Sidwell's menacing plans. The dark figure of Jen Sidwell casts a chilling shadow over Sonny Corinthus's family, and by extension, anyone close to them including Cody. In the latest GH Weekly promo, Sidwell is seen scrutinizing photos of Sonny's loved ones, with Christina's image prominently among them, hinting at a calculated plot to strike at the heart of the Corinthos clan. In a clandestine office tucked away in an industrial part of town, Sidwell might be seen pinning these photos to a board, his cold gaze plotting moves as if playing a deadly chess game, an invented visual that underscores his ruthless nature. Given Sidwell's reputation for stooping to despicable lows, the danger to Christina is palpable, and Cody's proximity to her could drag him into the crossfire. What if Sidwell's plan involves a staged accident at a public event Christina attends, and Cody, ever vigilant, notices something amiss just in time? This added scenario paints Cody as an unwitting shield, amplifying the risk to his own safety. A heroic turn or a tragic end? The unfolding drama raises the question of whether Cody might emerge as a hero in Christina's story, potentially at great personal cost. Picture a heart-pounding moment where danger closes in, perhaps a sabotaged car meant for Christina on a quiet road outside Port Charles, and Cody, acting on instinct, intervenes to save her from a catastrophic outcome. Molly Lansing Davis, already scarred by past family losses, would be devastated at the thought of losing another sister, making Cody's potential sacrifice even more poignant. In this envisioned subplot, as Cody pushes Christina out of harm's way, he sustains a severe injury, collapsing under the weight of his own bravery. This act could set the stage for a storyline where Cody requires intensive treatment at a specialized facility far from Port Charles, mirroring past exits like Michael Corinthus's off-screen recovery in Germany. Such a narrative would provide a temporary exit for Cody, leaving the door open for a future return while giving fans a bittersweet mix of heroism and heartbreak. Alternatively, the writers might chart a darker course, drawing parallels to the grim fate of Dex Heller under Cyrus Renault's reign of terror. If Sidwell's wrath proves unstoppable, Cody could face a permanent exit, a casualty of the ruthless underbelly of Port Charles. Imagine a tense confrontation in a desolate warehouse where Cody, cornered while trying to protect Christina, faces Sidwell's cold-blooded enforcers, a new detail that ramps up the stakes to a fatal level. Whether the General Hospital team opts for a heroic injury or a tragic end, the uncertainty of Cody's survival hangs like a storm cloud, with Josh Kelly's contract status fueling speculation about whether Cody will live to fight another day or become a haunting memory in Port Charles lore, tangled in Ava's drama and beyond. For now, Cody remains entrenched in the ongoing drama with Ava Jerome, a web of deceit and revenge that keeps him at the heart of Port Charles's conflicts. Late-night meetings with Christina to outmaneuver Ava, often set in the back room of a local art gallery where Ava's influence looms large, show Cody fully committed to this risky game. But an invented twist adds urgency. Cody uncovers a hidden recording device in the gallery, suggesting Ava might be onto their plan, raising the stakes of exposure and retaliation. This detail layers additional tension onto Cody's current arc, hinting that his troubles with Ava could collide disastrously with Sidwell's schemes. As ABC General Hospital spoilers tease, while the Ava storyline occupies Cody's immediate focus, far graver challenges may lie ahead, potentially tied to Sidwell's vendetta. Fans are left wondering if these overlapping dangers will be the catalyst for Cody's departure, whether through injury, sacrifice, or a darker fate. Next, we're diving into the emotionally charged and deeply divisive custody battle between Willow Tate and Michael Corinthos that's set to dominate the latest episodes of General Hospital. As tensions soar over the fate of their children, Wiley and Amelia Corinthos, Willow gears up to fight tooth and nail, while Michael stands resolute in his mission to shield his kids from what he sees as a toxic influence. With Drew Kane's manipulative shadow looming large over this family feud, fans are left questioning loyalties, morality, and the ultimate cost of love and trust. Join us as we explore this gripping storyline with fresh perspectives, inventive details, and expanded narratives that bring new depth to the heartbreak and hope unfolding in Port Charles. Willow's defiant stand in the custody clash. In the heart of Port Charles, a storm is brewing as Willow Tate steels herself for a fierce battle against Michael Corinthos over custody of their beloved children, Wiley and Amelia. Determined to gain the upper hand, Willow is banking on her recent engagement to Drew Cain, believing that a stable marital union might sway the court in her favor. Picture her in a quiet moment at the Quartermain mansion, staring at a family photo on the mantel, her resolve hardening as she whispers to herself that she'll do anything to keep her family whole. This invented detail captures the emotional weight of her decision, while a new subplot emerges: Willow secretly consulting with a high-profile family law attorney in a tucked-away cafe, hoping to uncover any legal loophole that could bolster her case. Yet, as she pushes forward with this plan, the rift with Michael only deepens, setting the stage for a showdown that promises to tear at the heartstrings of everyone involved. Michael's protective resolve and moral dilemma. On the other side of this bitter feud, Michael Corinthos stands unwavering, driven by an unyielding need to protect Wiley and Amelia from what he perceives as Willow's dangerous blind spot. In his eyes, Willow's refusal to recognize Drew Cain for the manipulative force he truly is leaves him with no choice but to take drastic measures. Imagine Michael pacing the floors of his office at Aurora Media late at night, replaying every painful interaction with Willow in his mind, his jaw set as he vows to keep his children safe no matter the cost. A fresh detail we've woven in shows Michael discovering an old journal of Willow's, hidden in a drawer, where past entries reveal her initial doubts about Drew, a discovery that fuels his hope to one day reach her, even as he fortifies his legal defenses. This custody fight has ignited fiery debates among fans, with many questioning whether Michael's protective stance justifies separating a mother from her children, adding a layer of moral complexity to his actions. Drew Cain's dark influence and Wiley's pain. At the core of this family fracture lies Drew Cain, whose insidious actions have fanned the flames of discord between Willow and Michael. His calculated manipulation reached a devastating low when he used young Wiley as a pawn, orchestrating a situation where the boy overheard a twisted version of the truth that Michael no longer wanted him or Amelia due to the arrival of a new sibling. Envision the heartbreaking scene in a quiet corner of the Corinthos family home, where Wiley, clutching his favorite stuffed bear, tearfully asks Michael if it's true, shattering his father's heart. A new element we've added reveals Drew slipping a forged note under Wiley's door, further sowing seeds of doubt, a chilling reminder of how far he'll go to destabilize this family. This act, coupled with Drew's earlier sabotage of blocking Michael's attempts at reconciliation by bribing a clinic receptionist in Germany, paints him as a clear threat to the children's emotional well-being, justifying Michael's fierce opposition in the eyes of many viewers. Willow's complicity and viewer backlash. While Drew bears much of the blame for igniting this custody war, Willow's choices have also drawn sharp criticism from the general hospital audience. Her persistent prioritization of Drew over her children has left many fans frustrated, believing she's squandered countless opportunities to put Wiley and Amelia first. Picture a tense moment at a local park, where Willow, lost in thought while watching her children play from afar during a supervised visit, ignores a concerned friend's plea to reconsider her allegiance to Drew, an invented scene that underscores her stubbornness. A new subplot introduces a concerned neighbor who overhears Willow defending Drew during a heated phone call, leading to whispers around Port Charles about her apparent disregard for her kids' needs. Many argue that by failing to walk away from Drew, Willow has forfeited her right to custody at this critical juncture, a sentiment amplified by the perception that she's grappling with an unaddressed mental health crisis, evident in her erratic decisions and emotional volatility. The looming wake-up call for Willow. Hope flickers on the horizon, however, as spoilers hint at a seismic shift awaiting Willow that could finally open her eyes to Drew's true nature. Drew Cain is barreling toward a spectacular downfall, and when the facade crumbles, Willow will be forced to confront the grave error of placing so much trust in him. Imagine the pivotal moment unfolding in a crowded Port Charles diner, where Willow overhears a damning conversation between two of Drew's associates, revealing his deceit in stark detail. Her coffee cup trembling in her hands as the reality sinks in. A fresh twist we've crafted involves an old friend of Willow's mailing her a collection of incriminating letters Drew wrote years ago, exposing his pattern of manipulation, a discovery that could be the catalyst for her awakening. This inevitable revelation promises to pave the way for a potential reconciliation with Michael, provided Willow can embrace the truth about Drew's betrayal and prioritize healing her fractured family. a path to compromise, and future revelations. As the custody saga rages on, the prospect of a genuine compromise between Willow and Michael remains tantalizingly within reach, contingent on Willow's ability to shed her illusions about Drew. The journey to this resolution will likely be fraught with pain, but it holds the promise of renewal for this broken family. Visualize a tentative meeting between the two at a neutral spot like the pier, where the sound of lapping waves accompanies their first honest conversation in months. Michael extending an olive branch as Willow's eyes brim with regret, an invented moment of quiet hope. In the meantime, ABC General Hospital spoilers indicate that Willow will continue to dig in her heels, clinging to her current stance. But updates on jaw-dropping news about Drew are poised to shake her world soon. A new detail suggests a mysterious figure from Drew's past arriving in Port Charles, ready to spill secrets that could upend everything, adding an extra layer of intrigue to Willow's eventual reckoning. Closing thoughts and fan engagement. As General Hospital continues to unravel this heart-wrenching custody battle, the stakes for Willow Tate, Michael Corinthos, and their children couldn't be higher. Will Willow awaken to Drew Kane's manipulations in time to salvage her relationship with her kids, or will her stubborn loyalty deepen the divide with Michael? Drew's impending downfall offers a glimmer of hope, but the road to redemption is paved with challenges that will test everyone's resolve. Stay tuned to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel for the latest developments, as we delve into each twist with passion and insight. What do you think lies ahead for Willow and Michael? Can they find common ground, or will Drew's influence leave lasting scars? Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation thriving as we navigate the emotional roller coaster of Port Charles together.